Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode of Building a Robot in Robot Rumble 2. In today's episode, we are going to be doing another community build, and I cannot wait to start this again because the last robot we built was awesome. So just in case you guys missed the previous episode, pretty much what we're going to be doing is 11 different people are going to be building one robot step by step. Each person will be assigned essentially one thing to build, or one theme or one part to build of this robot, and from there we're gonna see how this robot keeps building up to pretty much just one giant robot that a bunch of people have made together. So without further ado, let's jump into this first part of the community build where I start with a chassis. Alright, we are here and I pretty much just made a small, very simple chassis that it doesn't really stand out. It's not anything really special, but what can I do? I'm just a guy who builds the chassis in these community builds. So with the chassis also comes colors, and usually in the community builds I like to have 3 different colors for just to get people involved who don't have this game. Palo Binkley, I hope I said that correctly, picked the 3 colors for this robot, and as you can see there are red, blue, and green. They're more of a darker color as well, so I'm kind of curious to see how these colors are going to go together, because all 3 of them together, in my opinion, aren't a good combination, but like 2 of them together, any one of these actually, if there's only 2 of those, it'll go really well together. But I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. Red, blue, and green. Kind of a weird combo, but it's going to be interesting. We also agreed that we are not going to be doing a vertical spinner in today's episode, which I love because vertical spinners, in my opinion, a little bit overused in this game at least. So what we have decided on is doing, if you guys know Red Dragon, the fire breathing grappling robot that suplexes robots, we're going to be trying to do something like that. We're going to be doing a grappling robot. If it suplexes, it suplexes, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. So we are going to be jumping into the next build of this robot, which is going to be done by Brickmaster. Brickmaster is going to be doing the wheel motors and the wheels. So without further ado, let's see those wheels. Alright, I can accept this. We got some wheels down. I don't think we have done the wheel guards yet, which is okay, but that's for the next person. And all Brickmaster had to do was throw down some wheels, and they are the, what are these? They're the pre-made wheels. I'm not a big fan of these pre-made wheels just because you can't change the color of them. I wish you can. If any of the devs are watching, I'd love to be able to edit the colors on these types of wheels. But that's just me. That's just who I am. So it looks like we are going for a robot that has wheels outside of the robot, which is going to be interesting to see. I was thinking when I built this chassis that I left room inside for the wheels to be in there. But this is a community build, this is how it works. So now that we have the wheels, the wheel motors, and all of that fun stuff down, it is time to move on to the wheel guards, which Team Dino is going to be doing. So without further ado, let's jump into the wheel guards. Ooh, Team Dino actually did a really good job with these wheel guards. They might not be realistic in a way because they're only connected by that, but they look really good. They kind of have the... Is it spades? No, diamonds. I'm stupid. The diamonds in a deck of cards. It kind of reminds me of like kind of a gambling robot currently, just because of the diamonds that we have going on. There's 5 on each, and is this all just one? Yeah, this is just one piece. And I noticed that Team Dino actually also selected the blue for this robot, so we got the red going with the blue. So we have yet to use green yet, so I'm curious to see if people are going to implement that. And they are currently just floating in the air right now, so eventually somebody's going to have to connect the wheel guards to the chassis or a wedge, whatever it may be. But it's looking good so far. I like the look of this robot so far, since it's got the diamonds. It's very diamondy so far. I didn't expect the diamonds in this build so far, but like I said, we're gonna have to figure out what happens. And the next person who is going to be creating something in this community build, of course, it's VZ the bot. Goes by Cambet in Discord, and VZ, I'm calling you VZ the bot, all right? Because that's That's how I first met you, and that's how it'll always be for me. VZ the bot will be building the grappler and the grappler motors. Everything that is going to be this weapon, quote unquote weapon, because it's going to be a lifter essentially. VZ the bot is about to create that. So, this is where it all starts to come together. Let's see what you got. So before I show what VZ the bot has done, I just want to say that VZ has, for the last, I don't even know, since this channel has been up and running, has given me some awesome recommendations throughout this whole entire channel. I just want to say thank you for this. You have made me into from a crappy builder into a less crappy builder. I appreciate that. And with that being said, I have high expectations because I have heard that you are quite the builder yourself. And I'm looking up here, we're already at 53 kilograms, so we're almost halfway there on what this robot has to be, and it doesn't have anything besides the weapon and the wheels now. So, this is what it is. Oh my goodness. It's looking good. I love this. It kind of has that like vibe where, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain it. I really like the cylinders right here that connect everything together. It just looks really good like that. And then you got the gapping in between right here on the forks. My only concern about this is it looks like it's a little small, but you know, I can't say anything about that, you know. Oh, I also just noticed that people are doing the underneath the robot, they're adding their logos again, and that's really cool. Looks like Team Kevbot Dino has added their logo underneath. That looks like to be the only one so far from what I can tell. Also, Tiger, I love you. You wrote in my comments below you can hide the table by pressing B. Saved my life. I've been not doing that this is episode 18 of building a robot, and I haven't done it before that. But wow, this grappler looks really good. I'm curious to see when it's hooked up what it'll do, how the damage will be implemented, because it seems a little small to me right now, but I feel like if it's powerful enough and if it has a good grab, I like the little pincers right here. It'll be enough to grab a robot from the side at least. So that's what we're hoping for. And the next builder we have, who is going to be working on the internal frame and the internals, is going to be Oblivion Prime. Oblivion Prime has joined my Discord server a while ago, probably one of the first 10 people in the server, and they've been very helpful throughout the entire life of Robomania. So I'm excited to see what Oblivion Prime is going to do. And without further ado, let's drive this robot. And we got a big box in the middle. I'm pretty sure if I hide it, yeah, there it is. Okay. We found where all the Eternals are. So pretty much they made the Eternal frame, so if the chassis gets ripped off of this robot, it has to go through one more thing in order to actually hit the batteries and everything. The ESC is exposed. The receiver is also exposed, which is kind of worrisome, but it's behind the grappler itself, so it should be fine. But yeah, I can't wait. I need to test this robot out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, this is a cool robot so far. I'm excited because this is a grappler robot. Well, the debug robot just flew out of the arena. There we go. I'm curious to see if I can get a good grab of it. Yeah. Well, it drives really well. The debug robot is very slippery. I hope they fix that eventually in this game. Just because I can't seem to test like the robots that that are grappling very well against it. As you can see, it's just very slippery, and I'm stuck on a wheel now, so that's not good. But yeah, we got the internals working, so the robot technically can work now, and I almost don't want to test it fully until the robot is pretty much almost done, at least has chassis and wedges. So with that being said, we now have Player But Not, who is going to be working on the external chassis frame and the chassis itself. So let's see what Player But Not has. Woo! This is looking awesome. Oh, this puts it all together. Wow, this looks really good. I love these side panels right here. Oh my goodness, this robot is coming together. I like these little spikes almost. It's looking so good. We still have floating wheel guards, which is still a little worrisome. But wow, this robot's looking awesome so far. I see a little bit of clipping through, but that's fine for me. Maybe eventually somebody's going to fix that since we have a couple more people down the line who need to work on this robot. We also have an exposed belt, which is going to be a little worrisome in my opinion, just because if we get a horizontal spinner hits right here, that whole weapon's pretty much flying off. But wow, this robot is coming together. It's looking really good. I don't know the theme. We also have all three colors now implemented, which I think we had before, but I'm just noticing now. It's looking good so far. Wow. This robot is very spiky now. Kind of lost the diamond theme and is now going towards a spiky theme. But yeah, I'm excited for this robot. And next up, we have one of my favorite people on the Discord. His name is Tigerboy, one of the nicest people I've ever met. And Tigerboy has the wedge duty, which means Tigerboy is going to be putting down a bunch of wedges, and hopefully, I'm hoping this guy connects the wheel guards to the chassis or something, just because that's been bothering me since pretty much the third part of this community build. But yeah, let's see what Tigerboy does. And without fail, Tigerboy has read my mind, connects the wheel guards to a wedge, it looks like. And look at these wedges. Oh my goodness. This is amazing looking so far. The amount of skill that these builders have is just ridiculous. I have not checked underneath here in a while. Oh my goodness. We got Team Dino. We got my logo. I didn't do that. Thank you, Tigerboy, for that one. We got Player But Not. I believe that's their logo. And this is Tigerboy's right here. And I believe this is Brickmaster's. And that is a really cool logo. Brings up the colliders, I'm assuming. These are all individual pieces. But that's fine. We can lower the collider limit down eventually. We are already overweight, which is not good. Now bringing it back to what I first said with the wheels. I wish these wheels could be colored, because everything looks really good. And then we have the black wheels. I'm not saying they look bad, but I feel like if they were red or blue maybe, they would look really good. But yeah, the wedges look really good. Very this is all one piece. Oh my goodness. Tigerboy, you outdid yourself. We gotta test this robot out now that it has the wedges. Oh, and it still drives really well. I still can't get a hold of the debug robot, but I think that's just the debug robot, you know? I don't think I've ever been able to get a grappler to be able to hold debug. This robot's coming together though. It's looking really good. And now we have Chicken Strip Robotic, who is going to be focusing on the decoration of this robot, giving it decals, making it look really good. And from there, we only have 2 more people after that. So let's see what Chicken does, because this robot already looks really good. I'm curious to see what theme Chicken is going to give this. Oh my goodness. It is now a camo robot, which is really cool looking. Chicken added some camo splotches. I don't really know what camo is called, but you know, like the look of it. Chicken added that part to it. I'm not sure if Chicken also did this, but it looks like he connected the spikes to go a little bit further down. I'm not sure if that was there before or not, but it looks really good. The back is a little empty still because it's just a blue streak, but I can't complain about it. It looks really good, and the wheel guards have been connected, which makes me really happy, and that's all I really care about. Think of names, guys, because I don't really know what theme this robot is. Now that it has the camo, it's very spiky, it's very camo-y, very earthy in a way. I'm not really sure, though. And the last person to work on this robot is my boy, Spaghetti Coconut. Spaghetti Coconut will be fine-tuning this robot, making sure it performs well, making sure it's within the weight limits. So we're going to see what Spaghetti does, because this robot is really cool so far. And let's see what happens. And the final product of this robot, this community build right here. This robot looks awesome. I am so excited to see this robot perform. It has a high collider count, which I'm a little worried about. But as you can see, the lifter now... Let me try to get close for you guys. The lifter comes down slower. And that's all I want to see from a lifter, because you don't want it to come down really fast and burn out, in my opinion. So I think that's gonna benefit this robot. And it almost seems like these... Yeah, the wedges are hinged. I didn't even notice that. They all bounce around if I flip the robot, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, they're on a spring. And I also just noticed something. Oh, that's beautiful. This is the chef's kiss, in my opinion, right here. The the cat with a piece of toast. Everybody knows that picture I'm talking about. The classic picture of the toast around a cat's head. That's good. I think that's Spaghetti Coconut's profile picture. So that's amazing. I love that. But look at this robot, guys. The last thing that we have to do is name it. Now, what is this name going to be? I put a post in my Discord, and an average person, that's the person who is supposed to name this robot, they picked Element for this robot. Element. It's a really cool name. I think this robot is perfect. I love this robot. I'm not sure exactly how well it's going to do in combat, but that's not really the point. This is to bring everybody together to make a robot that we all have worked on. Now, like I said, I don't know how it's going to do in combat, but we're still going to put it in combat. Now, the best robot that I think that this robot can fight is, you know, the god of suplexes, Red Dragon. So, we're going to put this robot up against Red Dragon, and we're going to have to see how this robot performs. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the Robomania arena. Alright guys, we are here, and both robots are ready for this fight. I'm very curious to see how this robot is going to perform, just because if you look at the size difference just right here, Red Dragon is almost, I'm going to say 3 or 4 times taller than it. They both look like they're about the same when it comes to width, but the height is going to be very weird for Element. So let's jump into it and see how this fight will end.
3.
Alright, here we are.
1.
Let's get this fight done. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. And it looks like right away, Element has a good pin against the wall, which is really good. It's really good to see that. Kind of trying to get to the sides. It's not really doing... Oh! Look at it! It did it! It did it! I also, because of Robomania League rules, Red Dragon had to be modified. Its lifter was too fast, so now it's going to be a little slower. So I'm curious to see how Red Dragon's also going to perform. I'm also curious to see if Element can self-right at the same time. Red Dragon seems stuck. I mean, obviously, I have to do a lot of testing on both robots in a way. So it might not be the most crisp fight on paper, as we just have a giant pin. Red Dragon just seems stuck. I don't even know what Red Dragon's doing right now. It can use its lifter to get unstuck, but there we go. There we go. It just did it. And it's trying to get that flip off, but I don't know if it can. Can Element get underneath? Can it lift? It's trying to. Hey, on the bright side, Element is a very good grappler. If we're not paying attention to the actual lifter itself, it may have even burnt out its motors. I'm not sure yet, because it's not using them. And it's hard to see around all the fire on top of that. I guess this is the best angle right here. It's a very boring fight. I don't know if it was just on paper. Can it get underneath? Flip it. Oh, it's flipping itself. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, this robot still has work, and we're still going to have to work on it. It's trying to flip, but it can't. It doesn't have the it doesn't have the power to flip Red Dragon. It's actually flipping itself almost in the process. But if this were a real fight, I'd have to say Element is winning on top of everything. So who knows? Who knows? It just doesn't seem to have the power. We are going to be still working on this robot. So who knows? Who knows? This robot may be twice as much better in the future. And I think this is how the fight is going to end. And it is. Just like that. Red Dragon on its head. And Element stuck up against the wall. Well, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. I appreciate every single one of you guys that have helped me and creating this robot, because this was just it's so fun to do community builds. If you guys want to do this while you guys are just watching on YouTube and you're not a part of the Discord, feel free to click the link in the description below. Join the Discord. Come hang out with the community. It's a really awesome and friendly community. And we tend to do events like this almost every month, it seems like. We're doing this quite often. Also, on the side note, I have kind of a semi-big announcement that I'm going to be doing for a few episodes, maybe just a one-time thing, I'm not sure yet. I plan to be live streaming building robots in the future. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing this yet, but if you guys want to see live streams just to help build some robots while I'm building them on screen, just write it down in the comments below. Let me know if you are interested in anything like that in the future. I feel like it could be a really fun way that me and the community can all get together and just have fun building a robot. Maybe we'll do some fun events in the future, but who knows. I do plan on doing a randomizer as well in the future for our builds. So, with that being said, it's going to be a very interesting future. A little update on the Robomania Fighting League as well. In October, the Robomania Fighting League is going to be paused for that entire month because we have a Halloween event coming up that'll last the entire frame of October. The winner of that Halloween event will be guaranteed a spot into the Robomania Fighting League, as well as the second and third place robot. I won't be doing any building episodes in the entire month of October just because October is going to be dedicated for the Halloween event. So with all of that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, morning, night, month, whatever the heck you guys are doing. And with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good one.